Well, here we are. Hey guys, it's Warren the Werewolf, and welcome to my channel. Oh man, this game, fucking hell, this game. I want to play other things, but damn it. As of right now, you're watching as the first day of new cash shop items has come out, the fish suit, but that's not what I'm going to be talking about. What I'm going to be talking about is actually workers. Yep, the importance of workers. But I really wanted to test this fish suit out for a moment. Damn, I'm going fast. I'm fast as shit. Now, I haven't really been doing that much in Black Desert at all. Nothing really at all. I mean, I stopped leveling. Well, I stopped questing and for right now, I'm level 37. And I don't know, I just wanted a boat. Just out of the blue, I wanted a boat. So I'm sitting here, I farmed all the items, and I got enough contribution where I can actually make some stuff, and been doing some AFK fishing while watching this game. It wants you basically to go AFK and just do whatever. I can AFK fish, have my workers set on doing whatever they do, and I can leave for like hours while the game is still running and I'm still being productive. So, the importance of workers. I am now in Inferior Port. If we look on the map, here we are. I have had enough contribution points where I can make a fishing boat, and I'm almost done with it. I just need the rest of this done, and I've stopped my workers for now so I can show you how it basically works. First of all, you need the contribution points in order to gain, enough, so you can have enough. Right now I have 80 total, but I have all of them used, mostly because I have stuff in other places. Like if I go down here in Trent, I have one single worker working on a tin farm, which drops rough green crystal and tin ore that is needed to make bronze ingots. So I had to have enough contribution points to link to a tin mine, which is right here. And then what else did I have? I have somebody working on coal, which is over here in Kepler. Then I have in Gish somebody working on lead. And then where my main hub is actually Valia. I can't seem to pull myself away from it because there's so much stuff I need. Like in Valia, and I have all this stuff. I need to take away some contribution points from here so I can... I need to migrate. I need to migrate to a different city for all my stuff. But right now my house is here, the auction house is here, the port is here. Basically everything I need is right here. I have 2 workers working on potato farms, and I have 2 workers working on iron and copper ore. And then I can go over to whichever one of these and get ash timber for making tools. Maple timber is somewhere else, and I need to start looking into farming here because this is unique. Old Tree Spirit token also drops random stuff. I will have a link down in this video below about a good map for you to actually find stuff that you need, which is what I've used in order to determine good places for farming. Now, In any of these major cities, the one with the blue instead of the ones with the gray, which one is up here, you're allowed to have one free worker without lodging. Other than that, you have to have lodging built for your characters. Like right here, I have these set for as high as you can go. You can hire one more worker, two more workers, all kinds of stuff. Now, you need other things too. Like, let's see, I have a refinery. Because blackstone powder is very, very, very important. You need it for almost everything. Almost everything. And it just takes 2 rough stone, which is one of the most common things to mine up in anywhere. You also need ingots. Metal ingots. If you have not done the quest chain in Velia in order to unlock higher sophistication when processing, you have to resort to one of these, a mineral workbench, in order to make your ingots. Like we have right here. I can make a steel ingot as long as I have coal and melted iron, which I am going ahead and set one of my workers to do here in Velia, just to give you an example. Do I have enough to make multiple ones? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I have one free giant worker in Velia. I'm going to set him to the maximum amount which his energy provides and how many steel ingots I can create, because this is for tools purposes. I need steel to make higher level tools. So now it's set at 10 times. Start work. Now he will do that 10 times progressively. And then once I have steel made, I can go right here. I have a tool workshop all set up here in Velia where I can start crafting tools. The ones with the little things right there are the ones that I can't create as of yet because I don't have the ingredients to create them. So I've been making tools just to increase my chances for, I need more money. So steel fishing rods, steel pickaxes, and steel lumbering axes, because farming is very important, and these things sell quite well. Also, I have my residence here in Velia. A nice house. It has 2 floors, so it's very, very spacious, and you don't need to set up the chain. Some of these houses have a chain which you have to follow in order to make. Like, in order to have this house, I needed to have this house or this house. Unless you want to make this house your home, then you don't need to buy these 2 houses at all. As long as it's your home, you can pretty much put it anywhere. But if you want stuff other than your house, like say I wanted to make this into storage, I first need to buy this and make it whatever, and then I needed to buy this and make that whatever, and then I could use this as storage. You buy it with contribution points and with gold too. Like carpentry workshop, I can make a bow, a scarecrow, and a waterway. I don't know what these 2 do, but I needed to buy contribution points and silver, and it takes a certain amount of time for it to actually trigger, so I would have to wait 7 minutes and 30 seconds for it to be finished. So as long as you have the lodging, the contribution points, and the money, you can pretty much do whatever. Next thing you need to do is establish a place where you can start making beer, because beer is essential for your workers. So as long as I have my residence all set up, I have a cooking utensil all set in there. You could buy it from any of the pubs, really. I think that or the no, I think it's a pub. You can buy a basic cooking utensil. Now you can also craft one in the tool workshop. An intermediate cooking utensil and an alchemy, but you need rough stone for that and other ingredients as well. Black stone powder, melted iron shard, and just regular old logs that you get from chopping down trees. Regular cooking utensils, same thing. Less stuff to use though. Now after you established a home, a place where you can like craft your beer, you of course need the ingredients to do that. You can use corn, wheat, barley, or potatoes as the main ingredient for making beer, which is why I have 2 potato farms here in Valencia. And I have all that. The rest of the ingredients you need, they can be bought from the pub vendor. You need sugar, you need leaving agent, which is technically yeast, and you need water. And you need a certain amount of each in order for it to work. 5 potatoes, wheat, corn, barley, whatever. 1 sugar, 2 leaving agents, and 6 mineral waters or whatever. Then you can set it on continuous make, and then make the max amount of whatever ingredients that you have to create enough beer. It will also create these little special side dishes right here that you can turn in for various things. Like if I go to Alejandro Farm with this one, I get contribution experience. Or with this one, I gain milk, cooking experience, silver coins, or beer itself. So cooking is actually very, very important in this game too, if you want to progress with workers. Now that I have all that set up, nice area for me to farm, I need to start looking at special places in order for me to craft certain things. Like, I had to find a good port where I can start crafting a boat. Now, there is a shipyard here. Now, where's it at? It was this one. I managed to use this and craft a little boat. Now, this is misleading. This ship right here, ferry, it's misleading. It's actually a rowboat. They really need to change that, because I built this one first and I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna get a ferry. That's not what it is. It's a rowboat. This is the first ship I created. You do have a quest that you'll end up gaining in Valencia to make a raft after you a certain level or a certain quest chain. The quest unlocking is weird in this game. But basically, as you level up, you get you get quests, basically like little tutorials in the game. But I stopped pretty much what I was doing in order for me to create a boat. So I had to find a good port using the map that I will have in the link below in order to make one. You can either come here on Ilia Island and use the, where is it at? This one? Shipyard level 2 fishing boat. That's probably the biggest one, I think, because it's the one I'm creating in order to make it. But Ilia Island is not the ideal place because there's only one place where you can have lodging for workers. So basically you can only have 2 workers here at a time. You cannot have any more. So it's not the best place, but it probably works. It will take longer, and the only way to get here if you don't have a boat is take the ferry from here to Ilia. So I had to look on the map to find a second place And I was watching a very known Black Desert streamer, Bikeman. He created his boat here at Euphoria Port. So I decided to run my ass over here in order to find the shipyard, which is right here. I'm making the fishing boat. I think he crafted the Calpheon ferry, which is different from the rowboat a little bit. It does have its own sail, I think. I'm not sure. I have to finish this one and see. So let me go ahead and manage crafting right now. I have all this complete so far, and I have 4 workers yet to work at it. Right now I have 32 out of 50 made, so I'm going to set everybody basically equally so it could finish faster. Because if I set them for their max amount, I will end up having 1 or 2 that will end up having less than the rest. So in order to finish it faster, everyone has to have their own equal amount to it. So I need, what, 28? Is that it? No. No, I need 18. 18 out of this. So what would be good? 5 for each? 5 will be 20. No. No. 5 for 2 and 4 for the other. Okay, we'll do that. 5 for you and have him start work. Change. 5 for you, have him start work. And 4 for the rest. Now this should be 4 if I set the maximum quantity. Yep, 4. And now that will be done in the quickest amount of time possible. And then I will have that as my thing. Now, in order for you to actually access because this bit confused me when I was getting my fishing boat, because I couldn't click on I want this one instead of this one. But when I was brought to the next page, it actually showed this one. So you got to make sure to look up here. There's this little arrow, and if you switch it, it'll end up changing to whichever one you want. So we're almost done. Almost done. So it looks like each one of them is going to take 20 minutes, and at the most we're going to have 20 times 5 basically. I could pretty much do whatever. Leave this running, I will have this finished. I can go and AFK fish if I want to, which is what I've actually been doing. AFK fishing and then selling my fish off to the trader up here in order to gain another income. Also, if you're low on energy, AFK fishing is probably one of the best ways to level up your energy, because you need it for everything. You need it to process materials. You need it to
excuse me, would you like to see something from across the sea?
sell all. Now I don't have any nodes connected to each other, so I'm getting cheap returns from my fishing, but it's quite alright. I'm not here for silver farming or anything like that. I just want my boat. I want a boat. Now that is said and done, I could do whatever I want. I could level up if I want to, but I haven't been doing that. I've been watching anime. And I've been really slacking off on the other games. I really need to get to it. I really, really do. But I don't know. I couldn't pull myself from watching anime and doing this. It's very important to have workers. And like I said, you can have one at each major city and do whatever. One free one without lodging, without spending contribution points for housing or anything like that. You just need to spend it on the node. Ah. Now I can go back to watching anime if I wanted to. Or I could play another game if I want to as well. If I disconnect right here, I'll give the option to end game. Now it gives me the option to send to tray, which means if I click that and hit confirm, it will minimize the game itself and run in the background. I will still be able to hear the internal music, but I won't have this up on my screen. And then I could sit here and play another game while all this is going on. This is why Black Desert is unique in the fact that you can set it to do whatever AFK and do whatever you want. This game wants you to be in all the time. Right now I'm in a guild, but you know, I'm not much one for participation. I joined it because I heard it has like benefits and I decided to take up on those benefits, whatever. But I'm not too passionate about this guild. I'll probably end up switching if I end up finding a better one, but yeah, this one's not for me right now. I don't know, the actual guild leader, the person who started it, ended up going into a secondary guild because you could only have a maximum of 100 people in one single guild, and he decided to form a second one. So basically the guild leader left instead of establishing one of his officers to make a secondary guild. And that kind of disappointed me because the guild leader is a streamer. And he was pretty much clear and set on what he wanted to do. But now that he left, it's it's being half-assed right now. And I don't know anybody. So it doesn't bring me to have the potential of actually wanting to stick with it. I just only have it up for background purposes, I guess. Backup, whatever. But yeah, like the importance of alt characters when it has to come to do with energy, there's quite a bit of importance for contribution points for workers in cities. Yeah. Now, if you have any questions or comments about any other things that has to deal with all this, I'm still figuring it out because I have yet to figure out whether or not if I say I invest my energy into this node, will it yield better or more quantified stuff for when it comes to loot? Will he end up farming more? Because I do know if you invest into a node whenever you're there fighting and gaining loot from mobs, you get the chance of having better loot or more quantities of loot. But I don't know if it works the same for workers. And after I invest in there, say I take my contribution points away, and then somehow or another I want them back, does it stay at the level I invested in? Or does it go back to level 1? I have yet to test it out. I'll probably end up doing that soon while off camera. And I might have an answer later. But right now, I'm having that worker just farm a whole bunch of birch because I'm going to end up selling all that on the marketplace, because a lot of people were going to be needing their fishing boats. So I've been farming and processing all the ingredients I need. Processing is very, very important. You bring it up with the L button, and this is for heating up ingots. Like we go down here, lumps of raw sugar I could process. Distilled water I can heat up from river water as long as you have bottles. Translucent crystals, you can actually get them from armor that you don't need by heating up the armor, and it gives you metal ingots. I mean metal like the little pools, and then certain crystal drops. Then you have ingots that you can make. The processing takes quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Yeah, you could do that as long as you've done the quest, like I said earlier in this video. But right now, I'm going to continue watching anime because I'm like almost done with the one I'm watching while this thing is going on. And I'll think I'll edit this video and put it up as soon as I can. Which will be in no time with you guys because, well, it's up and ready already. So, I'm Roaring the Werewolf. Thanks for watching this worker video for the MMO Black Desert. And you guys stay furry. I will see you all in the next video. Hopefully I'll get my ass and my act together and start recording more lately. Damn this thing is sucking me in. I need somebody to save me. Save me. Fucking save me. Alright, see you guys later.